Hi, so this is a quick video demonstrating the PWM motor speed controller, so DC motor speed controller using a 555 timer. So it's not a sort of normal one where you'd have a potentiometer providing the input to the 555. On this one we're having an external signal, so in this particular case it's a 0 to 5 volt signal which I've simulated here. The sort of core part of this is the ramp generator. So the linear ramp generator, otherwise known as a sawtooth wave, and I can show you this on the oscilloscope view if I just turn off these other traces. So this is what we're generating here with this resistor capacitor network. So we charge the capacitor through these two resistors and the PNP transistor, and that creates a linear output. Normally you'd have an exponential output if you don't have a transistor when you charge a capacitor, but because we're using a transistor, we get a linear output. That then charges up, and that creates this waveform that then, once it gets to 2/3, the 555 then turns it off and it keeps starting back and forward like that. So we put the output of this into this LM358 op amp, which is actually working as a comparator. And then to that we put our control signal. So I'm using a 0 to a 5 volt, but I take that down to 3.3 volts using this voltage divider, because obviously our output is only ever going to get up to 2/3 of VCC. And then that creates a square wave output, which I will turn on here. So this is our control voltage, this purple line. This is our output from our op amp, and then that gets fed into a MOSFET that controls the voltage to the motor. And what we're actually doing is we're giving the motor permanent 5 volts onto one side of the winding, and we're turning on when we turn on the MOSFET, that allows the connection to ground. So our output will actually be inverted at this point here. So if I run the simulator and turn on the output, so at the moment it looks like it's on for a long period of time, but actually the period we're interested in is this low period. So the motor's on during this low period. So if I then change the voltage up a little bit, it will probably crash. So if I start it again, that will come back on, so we've got more voltage, and keep bringing it up to 5 and it will probably completely disappear. Well, I know it completely disappears, so it'll crash. It's just because of settings in the simulator. So now the motor's on at full speed, so if I turn that down to say half speed, so 2.5 volts, so we've then got a 50% duty cycle, and that would mean our motor's running at half speed. Hope that makes everything a little bit clearer. Obviously I've got the full design on my Instructables page, but thanks for watching.